Tribe, how you guys doing? So this is gonna be your big brother report, I guess, for lack of a better word. This is gonna be your big brother report for Sunday. So this is the nomination, the third nomination. Tyler is head of household, as we found out on last week, and let's talk about it. So none of Memphis's alliance trust him at this point. I shouldn't say none. The majority of his alliance doesn't trust him at this point. And so Tyler and a few other renegades from that alliance have started a new alliance with Bailey and with Davon. I believe I have it's 6 of them, so let me make sure I have all the names, child. Cody, nope, wrong list. Okay. Bailey, Davon, Cody, no, I have Cody, Tyler, Danny, and I believe David. I believe David is a part of this new alliance. And David and Davon, it looked like there's still a little bit of tension there, but Davon is gonna play the game. She's gonna do what she has to do. The new have nots are Cody, Enzo, Bailey, and Janelle. Now, Nicole F, is it? She threw some shots fired at Miss Janelle when she named her as a have not, talking about well, since you've been running around the house talking about me anyway. And then Nicole gonna sit back and act like, oh, did I say that out loud? Oh, I didn't mean to say that out loud. Oh. And you know what I love about Janelle? Janelle said, girl, bye. Yes, you did. You knew what you said. You knew exactly what you said. And it is what it is. Stand in your shit. And that's why I love Janelle. Because Janelle don't have no cut cards. She's like, listen, it's a game. And it is what it is. And this is how we're going to play the game. I know I threw your name out there. And I feel like Janelle would have respected Nicole more if Nicole had said that. If Nicole had said, listen, you call my name, I got something for you. I feel like that's where the respect would have been. But no, you want to play, I don't know what I said. Did I say that out loud? Oh, my goodness. Nicole, stop it. And that's what y'all been telling me in my comments about Nicole F. Because I don't have no beef with Nicole F. Like, I really don't. Like, she doesn't, one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? Out of the two Nicoles, the one that went home is the one that used to irritate me. This one, I like her. Whatever. But that I didn't like. And then I started seeing what y'all been telling me. Okay, y'all been telling me. So, David, when it was his turn to choose the have not, he hesitated talking about something. Well, I want to choose Memphis, but I also want to show that I'm a team player. See, that's that bullshit. Memphis didn't have no hesitation, not only making you a have not, but putting you up on the block in the same damn week. He let you know exactly how he felt about you. And I don't give a damn if you and Memphis do this back and forth the whole damn season. You a have not, then I'm a have not. Then you a have not, then I'm a have not. I wish I would. Memphis' name would have came out of my mouth so damn fast you wouldn't have known what to say. I'd have been like, whoop, you'd have had whiplash. Whoop. Anyway, so now it's about who are we going to put on the block. Now, I have been getting little whispers throughout the week, so I heard a couple of names being thrown around. Now I understand where those names were coming from. Because Tyler said that Janelle and Kesar had been throwing his name around last week. And so, basically for him it was a no-brainer that he was going to put Janelle and Kesar up. Now, Janelle and Kesar have become great friends. It's almost like it's the two of them against the world, which, Janelle, you know better. You know better. You know you have to play more of a social game than that. You know you can't have an alliance of two. You know that's not how this game is played. But it's okay. I have faith in my girl. I got faith in Janelle that she going to get it together. But, Tyler, when it came down for the suite, they played for the last week of the VIP suite, and the three people the people who were left were Nicole, Enzo, Memphis, and Christmas. Now, nope, I'm sorry, Nicole, Enzo, Memphis, and who else played? Danny. Now let me rewind for a quick second. Danny overheard Davon and Bailey having a conversation with Nelson, I guess, and she feels like now that Davon is in a double alliance. Now, what I found interesting was that Bailey was in that room, but I ain't heard Bailey's name. All I kept hearing was Davon and Davon and Davon and Davon and Davon and Davon and Davon. So in my mind, I'm like, So you don't have no problem with Bailey, but you accusing, but they was in the room together. I don't know why I don't know why I don't know why Davon seems to be the person that they're focused on. And so that sort of gave Danny is already ready to throw Davon on the block. Like, Danny is like, I don't trust her. I got my eye on her. It's something more to it. She doing some double talking. I don't see it for her. The rest of the alliance seemed to want to give her the benefit of the doubt a little bit, because you know it is Big Brother, child. But I think it sort of gave everybody pause, but they weren't necessarily ready to throw Davon under the bus because of that conversation. But Danny is not here for it. Danny don't see it for her, and she ain't feeling it. So then you had the sweet competition, and like I said, everybody who was left played. One, because it's gonna, now it will make you look obvious this week if it's the last week you have to play and you choose not to play. Last week, not so much. This week, definitely make you look obvious. So everybody who can play is gonna play, right? Davon decides that she wants to go around to everybody who's playing and say, "Hey, if you win, pick me as your +1. I've never had a punishment before, and I want a punishment." Davon. Now, I'm not going to blame you for the conversation because, you know, shit happens. People get overheard having conversations all the time. But this one was stupid. Regardless of whether you want a punishment or not, which I don't know why anybody would want a punishment, but okay. That was stupid. If there was somebody that you were close enough to in the house and you asked that one person, fine. But you went to everybody. Mind you, these are people who were in your alliance, and the mindset would be, hey, I ain't worried about being put on the block because I know my alliance member has my back. So what that said to Tyler, and once again Danny, who already was giving you the side eye, it was, well, wait a minute. Why is she worried about getting safety? That means she doesn't trust me. That means she doesn't really fully trust this alliance, which of course gives Tyler pause to be like, got my eye on you. And she asked Enzo, she asked Nicole, and I think those were the two main people she asked. Danny, wait a minute, did Danny play? And Danny, did Danny play? Yeah, Danny played in the yeah, so Danny. Yeah, Danny. That's why I gotta write this stuff down, child, because y'all know I be forgetting, child. Y'all know I be forgetting. So Memphis thing was, and this is why I don't respect you as a player, Memphis, because you play Billy Badass, but you don't want to make no moves. See, you playing scared. This is All Stars. You can't play scared, okay? And I'm gonna get to that in a second. But he was like, well, I'm playing, but I don't really want to win because if I win, I got to make a move. And I don't want to make a move. I don't want to show my hand. And basically, if he wins, of course, Janelle or K-Star is going to be looking at him because they know they're on the block. Like, they know they're going up on the block. And he was like, I don't want to do it. So, I'm going to throw the competition, but I don't want it to be obvious that I threw the competition. So it's a competition where they have to do like the little laser beams, like, when you're robbing a bank, real Ocean's 11, you got to go through the laser beams without touching one, get the thing out the safe, which ends up being one of those big old like medicine balls, and you got to take it back across without hitting the laser beam. And of course, every time you hit a laser beam, you got to start over. So, and whoever did it in the quickest amount of time wins. So Memphis gets almost done, and he just, see, this is that arrogance. Like, you could have just kept hitting the laser beam and making it look good, at least to us at home. But you wanted us to know that you were just that good, and you were choosing to pause so that you wouldn't win. And he stopped in the middle of the game, sat down on the medicine ball, and proceeded to, like, damn near take a nap, child. I said, you little... Anyway. So the times come back, and the times are so ridiculous. Like, Memphis's time is like 15 minutes and some change. I think Nicole's time is like 14 minutes and some change. Enzo's is like 4 minutes and some change. Danny's is 6 minutes and some change. Was that it, the four of them? Yeah, just the four people playing. And so Janelle's thing was, this is why I love Janelle, because Janelle is no dummy. Janelle knew off the break. Janelle was like, clearly Memphis through this competition. I know good and damn well It did not take Memphis 15 minutes to get through this. Like, it's too, like, come on. Like, she didn't even have to know what the competition was to know that Memphis threw it. She said, and that's fine. She said, Memphis has made it clear he ain't going to save us. But damn. So then Janelle and Kesar both individually go to Tyler. And you know what I appreciated about these conversations? Oh, my bad. Let me rewind. So Enzo wins the power of veto. I mean, damn it, not the power of veto. The VIP suite. And he has a +1. And his +1, he chooses Christmas. Now, his reason for choosing Christmas is absolutely a good reason. He said, listen, she's one of the few people in this house that I haven't really talked a lot of game with. So I figure if I save her, I can kind of bring her in. That'll give us an opportunity to vibe a little bit. And then she kind of owes me one. That's very smart. It doesn't make sense to choose somebody in your alliance. You know they're safe. So why not choose somebody that's not in your alliance that you feel like maybe you can build some sort of a, not so much another alliance, but allegiance situation. Smart move. Devon's sitting on the sideline looking irritated. Now, in her confessional, she said she understands why he did it. But she was looking irritated. Which, of course, gave Tyler, threw up the sign of Tyler again, like, something here ain't right. Something don't make sense. Devon, just go sit on the sideline and just chill out, girl. Just go sit on the sideline and chill out. But away. So, Kesar and Janelle both individually went to Tyler to have a conversation. And you know what I love about that? They had a real honest conversation. Like, they weren't talking bullshit. They weren't talking that, well, it was some straight up. So listen. And Tyler, who I'm not crazy about Tyler, but Tyler was straightforward with them. He said, well, listen, I really felt like we could have worked together, but like, y'all been talking shit about me for the last week, and I'm not understanding why my name is in y'all mouth. And Kesar was like, you know what, you're right. He was like, you're right. He said, in the beginning, I did feel like we might have been able to work together, but then, I felt like, maybe you kind of was giving me the side eye. And he was like, I wasn't, though. But I wasn't. Now, the other thing is, though, it is getting around that Tyler does have these alliances. Like, just like on his season, he's aligned with all these different people. Janelle went to go talk to him. And the same thing, he told Janelle point blank. He was like, listen, I thought we was cool. But then you started throwing my name around, and Janelle was like, well, I was throwing Nicole's name around. Again, gotta respect her mindset. She was like, I was throwing Nicole's name around. I wasn't throwing you around. She said, and listen, both of us are comp beasts. I'm going to always be in the conversation because people are going to always be gunning for me. So you don't necessarily have to take me out. Like, I'm always going to be an option to be put on the block. She said, and if I had won HOH this week, you were not my target. Like, I'm being honest, you were not my target. So on one hand, it was a good conversation, but ultimately Tyler put Janelle and Kesar up. Now, that means one of them is going home, unless Big Brother throws well, I shouldn't say that, because Tyler said that his backup is Devon. If one of them win the power veto, it's Devon. The one thing I will say is they have to win a power veto because I don't think there's anybody in that house that would save either one of them. Like, no chance in hell that anybody in that house would save either one of them. Nor should they. They are threats. Memphis should have took one of them out last week. I got to respect the hell out of Tyler for doing it. That was your best move. When you're talking about all-stars, you're talking about making big moves, that was your best move. And I got to respect the hell out of that. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in those comments. Peace.